Today we will continue with the questions of general aptitude for the year of 2011 GATE question paper architecture. So first and foremost we have the questions that are included in general aptitude will be your normal English questions, also some logical based questions, also reasoning questions also. So some of the questions that were here were basically, these were the questions from 56 to 65 question number, and so question number 56 was: choose the word from the options given below that is most nearly opposite. So we have to choose the word which is most nearly opposite to the given word, and the given word is basically amalgate. So this was the given word, amalgamate, amalgamate, and we have, this is one word that we have read in chemistry. So this basically means to combine or to unite. So when we are looking for a word which is in its entirely most nearly opposite, we will see the words which are to divide or to separate. So one of the options was there were four options. One was merge, then there was split, then there was collect, and then there was separate. Because amalgamate means to combine or to unite, we will go with the option of separate, because then we are dividing these people. We are not split, we are not choosing, because we are going with separate. Then question number 57: choose the most appropriate word from the options given below to complete the following sentence. So the sentence was: if you are trying to make a strong impression on your audience, you cannot do so by being understated, tentative, or blank. So I'll just write down the options also. So the options were hyperbolic, restrained, argumentative, and indifferent. So we'll read the sentence again. If you're trying to make a strong impression on your audience, you cannot do so by being understated, tentative, or dash. So basically, when you're making a strong impression on anyone, on your audience, you have to show the strong points of your personality trait. And one of the things that you have to look forward is that you will be open to new experiences, because that is one of the things that we are always looking for. So when we basically talk about hyperbolic is exaggerating, so basically we are exaggerating things. Restrained is like we are not being free, we are just being in a box. Basically argumentative is again to argue all the time, or to not listen to anyone else when they are putting their opinion. And indifferent basically means unconcerned. So for this, the best option will be restrained, that you cannot do so by being restrained. So you have to let yourself be free. Then 58, choose the most appropriate words. So we have given words and we have to complete the following sentence. So we have to complete, So the sentence is, I contemplated dash Singapore for my vacation, but decided against it. And the options were basically to visit, visiting, having to visit, and also for a visit. So if you see in this sentence, we are basically making a decision where this was a decision that someone was making to travel in the future, and but they are talking about it in the past. So in this we used basically the uh, the word will be a future perfect tense, and this word is basically visiting. So the correct answer will be visiting. I contemplated visiting Singapore for my vacation, but then decided against it. Basically, we're talking about a past where we made some decisions about the future. So there we use the future perfect tense. Question number 9. Now, question number 9 is not the English question. It is, if log p is equal to 1 by 2 of log q, and this is equal to 1 by 3 of log r, then which of the following options is true? So we have to find which is the true. So first option is p square is equal to q cube r square, then q square is equal to pr, then q square is equal to r cube p, and r is equal to p square q square. We have to find which of the options is true. So basically what we do is writing log p is equal to 1 by 2 log q, 1 by 3 log r, and then according to the log p is equal to log q, 1 by 2 is equal to log r, 1 by 3. And then when we are cancelling the log, it becomes p is equal to q 1 by 2 is equal to r 1 by 3. So from this we can understand that q can be written as p square and r can be written as p cube. So this can be done. Now what we have to do is that we have all these options a, b, c and d, and you have to put them options. So you have to put the value. So we are putting this value first and then this value first, and we are seeing which of the values is matching. So for example, if I'm taking the option b, q square is equal to pr is the option, and when I'm putting this option in the basically in this format, so I can see that so q square will be my p square of square, my p, and r can be written as p cube. So this will become p to the power 4, and this will again become p to the power 4. So this is the correct option, and again you have to check with all of the options once you put. This time I knew that the option was b, so that's why I put the option b. Please take the time to check the options. Coming to question number 60. Which of the following options is the closest in meaning to the word below inexplicable? So we have to find the word which is closest to this inexplicable, and this basically will means that it is not able to explain, or something is not being able to not being made someone to understand. So one of the options which was there was incomprehensible for this, which loosely translates into something which cannot be understand, which was the correct option for this. Now coming to 61. Now this basically was a kind of your numerical, not numerical, it was most like of a logical aptitude numerical. So a container originally contains 10 liters of pure spirit. So we'll just write like this. I'll just make initial and then I'll just write spirit and here water. So initially I'll just change. Initially there was sorry, I'll write it here. Initial there was 10 liters of pure spirit and then 0 liters of water. Now from this container 1 liter of spirit is replaced with 1 liter of water. So upon replacing, what happens is that 1 liter spirit is removed. So when 1 liter spirit is removed, it becomes 9 liters here, and right now we are only considering that when it has been removed, and then 1 liter of water has been added. So when it has added, the spirit becomes 9 liter, water becomes 1 liter. Now the next line says subsequently 1 liter of the mixture is again replaced with 1 liter of water. So when we are talking about 1 liter of mixture, 1 liter of mixture will basically means 9 liter of spirit plus 1 liter of water. So it can be also considered as 10%. So this basically when it is removed, so what happens is that 1 liter of mixture is removed, which means we are removing 0.9 liter of spirit and 0.1 liter of water. So now when we are removing this, what we are left with, if you are continuing this, okay, so what we are left with, we are left with we are left with 8.1 liters of spirit and 0.9 liters of water, because subsequently this has been removed. The next what happens is that this process is repeated one more time. But after removing this, we are actually adding 1 liter of water. Is added, so the mixture becomes 8.1 liters of spirit and 1.9 liters of water. Again this mixture is removed, so again 1 liter of mixture is removed, which leaves us with, again if you are following along, then it will be again 10% of water was removed, which means that 0.81 liter of spirit and 0.19 liter of water is removed. So what are we basically left with? Then we are finally left with 7.29 liter of spirit and 1.71 liter of water. Now the question was how much spirit is left in the container, and one of the options was 7.29 liters, so that was your correct option. Now coming to the next question, so 62. A transporter receives the same number of orders each day. So the same number of orders, so let it be number of orders per day, let it be Y, and currently he has some pending orders to be shipped, and number of backlog we can consider to be X. If he uses 7 trucks, then at the end of the 4th day he can clear all the orders. So our first case is that he can clear all the orders, which means the backlog and the orders that he is receiving per day. At the end of 4th day he can clear it if he is using 7 trucks. Now our second case is, alternatively, if he uses only 3 trucks, then all the orders are cleared at the end of the 10th day. So this is our second equation. And then our third equation, what is the minimum number of trucks required so that there will be no pending orders at the end of the 5th day. So this is unknown, we'll consider this as Z, and then here will be write X plus 5Y by Z. Now upon doing the calculation, we have been given X plus 4Y by 7, X plus 10Y by 3 is equal to X plus 5Y by Z, and doing this you will get Z is equal to 6, which was your answer. Coming to question number 63. So the variable cost of manufacturing. So manufacturing a product varies according to the equation V is equal to 4Q, and Q is the quantity produced. Now the fixed cost of a production reduces with Q according to the equation F is equal to 100 by Q. How many units should be produced to minimize the total cost of V plus F? So V plus F should be minimum. That means your 4Q plus 100 by Q should be minimum, which means your 4Q square plus 100 by Q should be minimum. Now you have been given some of the options: 5, 4, 7 and 6. Again, this is one of the questions where you have to input all of the options given to you, and then you have to figure out what will be the answer. So for example, if you are taking 5, so we can input 5, so it will be 4 into 5 square plus 100 by 5, so 4 into 25 plus 100 by 5, we can see that it's 200 by 5 and it will be 40. Then again we will input all of the other options. So 4 into 4 square plus 100 by 5 and so on and so forth. And accordingly, when you input all of the other options, so for 7 it will be 4 into 7 square plus 100 by 7. I'm so sorry, this will be this will be 4. And for D we will be write 4 into 6 square plus 100 by 6. And when you calculate the options, you will find that there's only the option number A is coming to you with the minimum answer, so that will be the correct answer. Coming on to the question number 64. Few school curricula includes a unit on how to deal with bereavement and grief, and yet all students at some point in their lives suffer from losses through death and parting. Based on the above passage, which topic would not be included in a bereavement? So your options are how to write a letter of condolence, What emotional stages are passed through the healing process? Emotional stages. Your third option was leading causes of death. And your fourth option was how to give support to a grieving friend. So according to the question, these are like basically what should not be included on a pamphlet. Please make sure that you read the question when it is written included or not to be included. Okay, so here we have not to be included. So obviously we would like to understand how to write a letter of condolences or how to give support to a grieving friend. We also are interested to know what are the emotional stages that are passed through in the healing process, but we are not basically interested to know what are the leading causes of death. So in this will be the correct answer.